Hi guys, and welcome to Gadget Reviews and to this new series, Mixed Reviews. So after a lot of debates with myself, I wanted to do free movie talk. The idea behind the show was to discuss different topics about different movies, but that didn't really catch on as a format, so I haven't put my finger on it quite yet to that point. Then, recently I uploaded Alternate Carbon review and even Bloodshot review, and nobody saw that. Like, I put my heart and soul in those reviews. Yes, they are live streams, but even more because I'm interacting with you guys and talking to you directly. And literally nobody that is subscribed to me because the reviews are watching my reviews, which is kind of ridiculous. I don't know if YouTube is to be faulted for this, the algorithm or whatever it is, but the fact remains that nobody except a few people are seeing these reviews. So for me to do a movie review kinda is no-brainer on that side that I should not do those because nobody is seeing them. So I decided if I'm going to do any kind of a movie reviews anymore, I'm going to see several movies when I see several movies, and I'm going to put in this video combined. At least that kind of a way we can have a full-on show, and I'm going to review several movies at once. Breaking them apart, like I thought that it was a good idea to do, maybe. I mean, it was a test idea, but breaking them apart would not do anything. So let's start with this first review that I have for you today in this first issue of Mixed Reviews, and that is 1917. It's a war movie. It's a movie that recently came out. It's one shot, so to speak. That's the style of the movie. And it's really great, guys. I mean, 1917 is just one of those unique movies with that technique where everything looks like one shot, but of course it isn't. And you can see how the movie is made on YouTube. There's great commentaries and documentaries about it. It's so interesting, so fascinating. The length of different techniques, tricks, angles that they gone through to film this movie is just staggering, and the director, I think he is great. The story is compelling, is touching, is hard to watch at times, and times the movie is slow to follow, but overall it's not boring. It's worth it. It's just that there's so many moments where are more quiet, and you really go through like real time with these guys that you watch on screen. So 1917, I totally recommend it, especially now in the situation. If you want a war movie, a new movie, 1917, I will give it a very solid 9.5 out of 10. Next movie that I recently saw is actually The Invisible Man. I thought that I'm gonna see this because it looked very interesting in the trailer, and it's not like typical horror. It's more of a mystery, which it turns out to be exactly that, and I really liked it. The movie is extremely intelligent. It keeps you on edge. It's kind of slow at the beginning, but that really is important to establish the main character and to see who this invisible man could be and what is the motivation behind his action and all of those things that I don't want to mention because I don't want to spoil it for you. But the Invisible Man, it's extremely thrilling. It's so scary, and it's so scary not because of the things that you see. A lot of movies count on jump scares, they count on blood and gore. This is not one of those movies. This movie really explores stuff that do happen. I mean, there are such people, not the visible guys, but there are such people that do exactly similar things, and that they're so obsessed with someone that they're willing to go to such lengths that it's extremely scary. So that is the real freakish thing here. A movie like Saw that's so ridiculously bloody and gory is not scary to me, it's just disgusting to watch. But this movie is smart, is intelligent, and presents a principle of evil that really exists in the world. So from that kind of point is extremely interesting and freaking scary. So I would give it definitely a 9 out of 10. Next movie that I had the unfortunate pleasure to see was Charlie's Angels, so I really wanted to see for myself what Charlie's Angels were about. And what to tell you guys, I felt several positive things about the movie, and they are all connected to the way that they are connected to the previous movies. But other than that, I actually didn't expect to be any kind of a connection, but spoiler alert, there is in the same universe. So Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu really were angels before in the same universe, but this is like today's times. So that is great, that's awesome, I love that. But the previous two movies are really iconic now. Yes, they were a pretty, a bit cheesy. Cameron Diaz was laughing so artificially at points that it was just ridiculous, but they had heart. And now this movie is absolutely a travesty compared to the previous two movies. I mean, it's so on the nose. It so tries to stick into your throat that women are oppressed, and women are always meeting guys that want to exploit them and use them, and it's just so ridiculous. I'm like, is this 1970? I mean, I understand if this is the original Charlie's Angels, where the times were different and all the men underestimated women and they treated them unequally, but now this, especially in the modern countries, does not even exist anymore. We don't even think about it anymore unless somebody tries to stick it down our throats, of course, like this movie does. But in this movie, we're like but decades back, and we have to accept that guys are pigs. No, because they're not. I mean, yeah, there are such guys and there are such women. So it's ridiculous how it tries to bring up topics that it do not need to be brought up anymore, and it uses Charlie's Angels names to basically brainwash us. Of course, smart people cannot be brainwashed by this bullcrap. So I'm telling you guys, just skip this movie. And the acting is not very good. Even the best angel is that actress, the black actress. She's the best out of all. Jasmine, I love to call her Princess Jasmine from Aladdin. She's great, but she doesn't even know where she's at, which is kind of the shtick of her character, because she's the newer person that's not supposed to be there. It's just stupid, it's bad, and there's almost not one thing that I liked about this movie. It had good pacing overall, it could be very fun if all of those things were, deleted, but since they're not, this movie is complete crap. So I would give Charlie's Angels were complete crap with a bit of a fun factor, but really ruined by all of these ridiculous things. Maybe like 4 out of 10. Next movie that I saw, Ford versus Ferrari. Really quality movie. Matt Damon did a great job. Christian Bale, just, you cannot recognize the guy. He looks so old, so skinny. I mean, he transforms his body every time for each role, which I don't think is very good for his long-term health, but that's another topic. This movie is by a true story, and a very fascinating true story, I might add. And if you like cars and different brands of cars and what really happened, I don't think it's exactly what really happened. I think there were several changes in the story here and there, and they are, showing the real people after the movie. But the point is, guys, this movie is a quality one. It's interesting. I think it's well made overall, definitely. It's thrilling enough. And yeah, if you look for kind of like chill back, but a bit on the edge, but a movie with some substance and with very good actors, by a true story, and for cars, if you want to see right now, yeah, Ford versus Ferrari. It's one of these very good movies that are just gonna be, someday in a library of movies that's gonna say, on the top shelf, like, very good movies. Yeah, so yeah, Ford vs Ferrari, I will give it 8 out of 10. Finally, I want to talk about Gemini Man. I saw that a few weeks ago. Gemini Man, a lot of people said that it wasn't good at all, or dumb or whatever, but I think that Will Smith did a brilliant job in it. It's honestly one of the best acting that I've ever seen from him, and he's always like awesome. So how he played when he was young, of course this is CGI face, but he did play that as well. And when he was older, everything that he did, the emotion, the topic that it was discussed, so to speak, in the movie, I mean the topics that were touched upon because of his clone and so many things. It wasn't that deep, I mean, but it was very interesting overall. I mean, the idea could be, I don't think it could go anywhere really, but for what it was, I think it's a pretty like good popcorn flick that you can watch, that is with a good action, not too much, good special effects, not too many of them, and overall, you know, interesting, good story. Nothing groundbreaking in terms of how the story is told or filmed, but I would definitely watch it again with someone if I had the chance. I mean, I really enjoyed the movie, so I would give it a 7, but it's a strong 7 out of 10. So that is it. Let me know what you think in the comments about all of those movies reviews, and what are your favorite movies that you've seen recently. Let me know what you think about this new format. If you'd like to help me, guys, you know what to do. Please share, rate, comment, and subscribe. And that's it, guys. Till next time with me, Gary G Reviews. Thank you.